All right, let's talk about something that's absolutely essential for anyone building a serious generative AI app, chunking in RAG. Now, if you're building for the enterprise or you're getting ready for those big interviews, you have to know this stuff cold. So let's jump right in and break it down.
So imagine this. You've built your RAG system, your retrieval augmented generation setup, and you've done everything by the book. Your embeddings model, it's state-of-the-art, captures all that semantic nuance. And your vector database, it's blazing fast, giving you results back in milliseconds. On paper, everything looks perfect. But when you actually start using it, something just feels off. The answers you're getting from the LLM are, well, all over the place. Sometimes they're incomplete, missing that key piece of context. Other times, they're just not even relevant. It's this super common frustration that has a lot of developers just scratching their heads.
Well, here's the thing. The problem probably isn't your fancy LLM, and it's probably not your database either. The real culprit, the hidden variable that's kind of quietly sabotaging your entire system, is almost certainly your chunking strategy. Yet that step where we break down our documents, it is so much more important than most people think.
So in this explainer, we're going to pull back the curtain on all of it. We'll start with why chunking is such a hidden but critical problem. We'll look at how it actually works inside the RAG pipeline. Then we'll take a tour of all the key techniques, figure out how to choose the right one for your project, and wrap up with the single biggest architectural idea you need to walk away with.
So let's start with the stakes. I mean, why does this one little step in the whole process have such a massive impact on the final result? Well, the short answer is, it touches everything.
Seriously, every decision you make about chunking ripples through your entire system. It directly impacts your retrieval accuracy. Think about it. If your chunk is too big, the meaning gets diluted and precision goes down. Too small, and you lose critical context. Your choices here also affect latency and how much you're paying for storage. And this is the big one. It plays a huge role in the risk of your model hallucinating and how well you use that precious LLM context window. You get chunking wrong, the whole system just doesn't work right.
So it all boils down to this simple but really powerful equation. Poor chunking will always lead to poor retrieval. And if you retrieve junk or incomplete information, you are going to get poor answers from your LLM. It doesn't matter how powerful that model is. It's the classic garbage in, garbage out problem.
Okay, so now we get why it's so important. Let's actually place it on the map. Where exactly does chunking happen in the grand scheme of a RAG pipeline?
This is the typical flow. First, you ingest your document. You might do a little bit of text cleaning, and then, there it is, step 3, you split the text into chunks. Now look closely. This happens before you generate embeddings and before you store anything in your vector database. This is so key, because it means the fundamental quality of the information you store is decided right here, at the chunking stage.
All right, so how do we actually do this splitting? Let's take a tour of the most common chunking techniques, and we'll go from the really simple stuff to the much more advanced methods.
Okay, starting with the basics. Fixed size chunking is the most straightforward. You just chop up the text every, say, 500 tokens. It's fast, but it has no respect for grammar and often cuts sentences right in half. A simple but effective upgrade is adding an overlap, maybe 50 or 100 tokens, which helps maintain some context across those harsh breaks. This is actually a very common default. Then you get a little smarter, with methods that split along natural boundaries, like at the end of a sentence or a paragraph, which is way better for keeping the meaning intact. Now things get really interesting when we move from just splitting things to splitting them intelligently. Recursive chunking is a production-level favorite. It tries to split by paragraph first, but if a paragraph is too big, it'll recursively split it by sentence. It's adaptive, which is awesome. And then there's semantic chunking, which is even more advanced. It literally uses embeddings to find natural breaks in the meaning of the text, grouping sentences that belong together. This is an absolute game changer for high-stakes domains like legal or healthcare.
So, you've got all these options. How in the world do you choose? Well, it's not about finding the one best method. It's all about understanding the trade-offs and then matching the right strategy to your specific needs. Let's build a little framework for thinking about this.
Every single decision you make here comes down to balancing these core trade-offs. You want higher retrieval accuracy? You can get it with something like semantic chunking, but it's going to cost you more in compute time and storage. Want something super simple and fast to implement? You can do that, but you might be sacrificing some crucial context. You always have to decide what's most important for your specific application. Okay, let's make this super practical. This table is a great cheat sheet. If you're building a simple FAQ bot, fixed size with a little overlap is probably going to be just fine.
But if you're building a legal assistant where precision is everything, you absolutely have to start with something more sophisticated, like semantic or recursive chunking. The rule is simple. Your strategy has to match the complexity of your domain.
Let's wrap all of this up with the one single most important idea that I want you to remember from our chat today.
And here it is. Please, stop thinking of chunking as just some minor data cleaning step you do before the real work starts. Chunking is architecture. It is a fundamental design decision that will shape the performance, the cost, and the ultimate reliability of your entire RAG system.
So, to quickly recap, number 1, the quality of your chunks directly determines the quality of what you retrieve. Number 2, there is no magic bullet here, no single best method. It is always a game of trade-offs between accuracy, cost, and complexity. And finally, number 3, you have to tailor your strategy to your data, your specific domain, and the types of questions your users are actually going to ask.
So I'll just leave you with this final question to think about. Are you building a quick demo, or are you building a robust, production-ready AI system? Because really, the amount of thought you put into your chunking strategy is often what separates one from the other. Thanks so much for watching.